for just so I don't forget later. Um, so we used to pay for Zoom. Like
Okay.
I got a really good deal on Zoom, right? And we used to just go for hours, like and we broadcast it live to the YouTube and all that shit. Well, they wanted full price when they wanted to re up the contract, and it was like $179. I don't have it.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So we've been using the free version of Zoom, and then for a while we would just start a new meeting, like end the meeting, start a new one.
Yeah.
Then they put this 10-minute rule in our fucking shit. So we have to wait 10 minutes between because they know we do it. So I don't know if it's just for us, but we have every time we shut down, we have to wait 10 minutes before we start back up again.
Gotcha. Why don't you do Discord?
Because I'm old and stupid.
We so like when we do certain things and we talk about like when I need help with editing videos for the hollows and stuff, we use Discord and you can share your screen and do all that. And you also can run I use Streamlabs. It's a much more complicated thing, but for me it's much easier. Where you can run Discord and go as long as you want, stop record from there and do it from
uh,
there instead of having to stop, restart, stop.
we we found Zoom. Now see with Discord, can you do these cool fucking
Yes, yes,
backgrounds that we obviously rely on?
yes.
Yeah.
You can put your own image, or they have presets. Like I can be at the beach right now and stuff like that.
Hmm. All right. How are you doing, Mike?
I'm good. Eric is in as well, right?
All right, so we're good. Let's
Actually,
just
I need.
kind of sweep us in.
And we're back in the B block here on the Media Buyers podcast, and we are here with is it Dean?
Yeah.
We're here with Dean. Dean from Croydon Haunted Hollows, and Matt. You wanted to why don't you get us into this? You book, Dean.
Well, so my brother has been doing this Croydon Haunted Hallows, and I'm always far enough away. And when I had kids and all that shit, this was the first year I was able to like go
Right.
to this, and they do it at their house, and it's free, and it's fucking fantastic. And the work that these people have put into it, the level of they could easily like I don't know how you'd get away. You'd have to get some kind of theater permit or something. But they could easily get away with charging fucking $15 at least. The price of a horror. This is my thing. The price of a horror attraction is it prices most families out. You got more than one kid, you're not going to a horror attraction. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, it's big expense.
It is. I mean, some of them are like 40, $35 a person. So now this is a video uh, that we took that I figured we could just kind of walk along. But Dean, why don't you tell us a little bit? Tell us a little bit about the story, man. Like, how did it start? Where did it kind of come from?
So Croydon Haunted Hollows came from my parents just putting out their typical, skeletons here, pumpkins here, and having people come up and my father would end up just scaring people left and right. So it was just a little dinky little thing. And then they wanted to do something big. And they started doing little scenes by end, and they just kept on going, and it just kept on building and building and building to the point where we are now on Facebook have 19,000 people watching us, and we're like, wow.
If you can, I don't know if you can stop at a certain point, but like, right, dude, the detail in this, in this room, that was a terrible place to stop. But there's a whole bar set up with all these skeletons. Like this is like it's easily a chargeable like thing, and they put it on for free. And they
Yeah.
also have like during daylight hours they were from was it 5 to 7 they do the
So
sensory.
from 5 to 6, we do a sensory friendly haunt, which is basically for kids with autism. But it's also for any kids that want to go through and that really can't handle scariness. So basically our goal with that, and my mom's big vision of that event from 5 to 6 is to have like around here Valley of Fear, Penhurst, places like that, to have that hour where kids can just come through, look at all the stuff, look at all the different characters, and not without being scared.
I mean, that's a good way to introduce kids to it. Like if you have a kid that's maybe even neurotypical, you take them through it, during the day, and then you go, all right, you want to go see it at night? You want to go, see how everything interacts,
Right?
And they know they've already like experienced the the maze. They kind of know.
See what's there. They know.
Yeah,
they're not in a strange place.
Right.
Yeah, so we had actually a blind little girl go through. And she went through the actual haunt, and the actual 7 through 9 haunt, and went through it everything. And even though she loved it, she absolutely wanted to go back again. And that's what was this stake going through the heart, where it's just like, this is what we are about. This is what Croydon Haunted Hollows is about. To be able to have these kids be able to go through, and also be able to have you piss your pants type feeling to it.
Dude, the detail in this Addams Family house is incredible. Is this something that you guys?
That is actually painted by my mom when she had surgery. This was all painted from head to toe, even with the curtains. It just
is it like a kid's toy, or is it did
Yes.
she cardboard cutout? Oh,
it's a playhouse.
Okay, but it's just very Addams. Fucking look at the money that went into this is fucking incredible. Well, I think it's saying something, but I think it's not that important.
It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears.
I tell you what, it scared the living shit out of my wife. My wife had a call for some babe.
Yeah, babe.
She was like on the phone, like leaving voice messages for people. There she is.
I'm so afraid.
She was terrified.
So I like Halloween, but like I'm so fake about it because I don't like to do Halloween stuff. Like I didn't grow up doing a lot of Halloween stuff just because like we were poor and there was a lot of us. And so we love that this is free. But also like I'm just like afraid to do things. And so we did it. We left the house and did a thing, and I was so scared from the second we drove onto Girard Avenue until we left.
Oh yeah, as you're passing, like they have people going up and down the street. They have a kid dressed all in fucking black, black hoodie, black Jason mask, black, and he if you don't see him, he claps.
So funny enough, that is my buddy from work. That's my buddy Rob from work, and he has only been with us for 2 years, and his specialty is Jason. He loves the machete that sparks, and
that guy.
Yes.
Okay, so we were talking about like
that guy was chasing her around.
Hold on, because the kid with that was dressed in all black, that was a child. So when you said 2 years, I was like, well, he's
Ethan.
He's a baby, so that's why 2 years. But no, your friend from work, bro, got out of a car in front of us. Like whatever, these people are getting out of a car, we're just waiting to move. He puts his head in the window to my car, which my window's down, and like does the like eerie like head tilt, blood all over his face, Carhartt overalls. So I'm already literally dying. I'm like, this is not what I want anymore.
So did he have a mask on, or did he have full makeup?
He didn't. He had makeup on. But
so
then,
that is a kid from actually Valley of Fear. That is one of my little brother's buddy from work.
Well, we don't like him. Because then when
Yeah,
we were walking up and we were looking at, like, I don't know, maybe it was a raffle table. I was fake looking at this table because this man was standing behind me, breathing in my ear. Bro, what are you doing? So then I'm trying to like clutch my husband and I start walking in a circle around my husband who's like, I don't know, like stoned or something because he has
very. I took a gummy before we left.
Who hides behind Matt?
And I'm
Mike,
I'm filming
I was
something. I'm watching the camera. That's the genuine genius of filming everything is you don't really have to be there. You're filming.
Yep.
I'm literally walking in a circle around my husband saying like, no, thank you. And he was literally
hang on for a second.
Chasing me.
Pause the video for a sec, Mike, so she can finish her story.
Go ahead.
So I'm being harassed by a man with a bloody face and Carhartt overalls and a brown what is it? Flannel. Just for the police, I had to get a description. And he is bent over at the hip, like if you're mimicking like how a orangutan or a monkey walks.
So he
scraping a knife on the ground, creating sparks.
He ducked under the. If you go back and look, you can see when it happens. It's early on, and I'm coming up the road, so I'm looking at all the little tents there. There seem to be some kind of like a Chinese auction or something, and I'm looking at that, and I'm trying to hold the camera straight, and I'm looking at the camera, and I see Erica go by, and then I see what I thought was a little kid go by.
No, that was a grown man. He was like 6'7".
He was a grown ass man hunched over, so I didn't get him in the video. Circling around me, chasing my wife.
Scraping a knife on the ground at my feet.
My job at Croydon Haunted Hollows is to record everything. And I was replaying everything and making sure everything looked good. And the amount of times that I've caught him scraping this sickle on this ground.
There's a part where I zoom in on him and I can see because you can see the sparks coming off the. It looked like it was like a hand sai. It wasn't a machete. It was like a curved, like you'd use for harvest.
Yeah, it's a sickle.
Yeah. A hand sickle, and he was scraping that thing on the fucking ground, and sparks were flying out. It was fantastic.
Was it?
I thought so.
If I was able to show you and send you the file, I would. So at one point, he ended up scraping the sickle, doing this thing. Well, all of a sudden, I start hearing these girls start screaming, and I'm like, what is going on? So I quickly all right, hit record and start following them. Well, at one point they were doing circles around this group of kids and around this car, and this girl is screaming bloody murder.
This is before you get to the attraction.
Yes, this is
walking fucking in. And then they herd you into a room, and people just like walk through very creepy, like they're dressed in these costumes that are very creepy. Everyone's trained on how to stand very still and act like that's where I'll fuck up because I have to shift my weight. I can't be still. But you first walk in and it's just like one thing after another. It's a bunch of scares, and I know that there was the scarecrow freaked me the fuck out.
Oh yeah,
you got a good shot of that. You want to bring the video back up there, Mike? Yeah. You got anything else to say, babe? Did I?
My tactic for this whole thing, just so everybody's clear about how much of a nerd I am, I was like, and you touched on this too, babe. I was like clinging on to the fact, like trying to like pretend I was like there and I was somebody to not be fucked with. Like, oh no, I'm here filming. And like my vibe, this is so stupid. My vibe was like to tell everybody that they were doing a good job. so that they would so they would like get away from me. Like I was some kind of manager. Like I put on like my work hat and I was just like,
But she didn't want to show she
wow.
was scared, but she didn't want to hurt their feelings.
Literally, I was like, wow, cool, good job. You're doing it. Oh my God, cool makeup.
This
And
that Frankenstein, my brother built that.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, this whole like lab scene is
My brother's
Matt's
we passed
brother.
him a couple times. That whole lab scene is my brother's creation.
Wow.
He has that spot every single year, no matter what year it is. He always has that.
All right, Dean, this is what we need to do. Me and you. We need to talk Jimmy because he has that in his basement, right?
Yeah.
We need to have him set that up in his basement, dress up, and do old horror movie reviews.
Ooh, I like that.
That way he can, dude. He can,
Svengoolie?
yeah, like Svengoolie, like Death Rock PA was, like, you know, it's like a horror host, but he's doing a review, and he can pretty much go through the best parts of the movie, and then, you know, I think we could make a fucking good channel out of that.
Oh, that'd be excellent.
Yeah, and I know a guy who would do a lot of the announcing for you.
I know a dude that does video work.
You know, we might have.
We actually know two dudes at this point. How come my screen is black?
I know a guy who you can direct all your anger at, and
That's right.
take it.
Oh, Pete.
What the fuck happened to my screen? You guys see each other? Because I don't see shit.
Yeah.
Is my shared video coming through?
Yeah, it's coming through.
Not on my end. My screen. My auxiliary screen seems to be working, but I think the screen on this laptop has taken what we call taking a shit. It's a technical term. When something stops working.
Right.
Never heard of it.
You never heard? You never heard
Turn
that?
it off and turn it back on again.
Yeah, the problem is I'm Zooming with you right now, Pete. That's the issue. So,
oh, we're about to get to the scarecrow.
Yo, watch
Oh,
this.
also, Matt was so involved in filming and not being present that he didn't even know his very own niece was there having a conversation with him.
No,
she was like,
she
"Are you
said
gonna put?"
something-
She's like, "You're gonna put this video on the show?" And he was like, yeah."
And I
Not
was like,
thinking.
I didn't even know who the fuck it was. I'm like, I don't know. It was my niece Sarah. So
They did excellent. That whole area is, in my opinion, just insane. He gets better every single year, and it makes me excited to see what he builds next.
I know for a fact that one of my mother's nurturing techniques is to watch horrible horror movies with young children.
Oh, good.
and then comfort them. You know what I mean? It's going to be okay. And she loved to do that. Like watching horror
It's
movies
giving Munchausen's.
was like a Saturday. That was like a I remember us watching something like Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Like, oh, if my mom was talking to me, we were watching.
Oh, here she is.
We were watching horror movies. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Over the weekend. So that's like I think that's where we all kind of get that from.
Well, also your mom identifies as a witch, so there's also that.
Right. Yeah. My mom reads tarot cards. But
this part was so fucking creepy because you knew that something was going to happen, but then like nothing really did.
So fucking cool.
That was the goal for that hallway.
It was just the anxiety hallway. Is that what it's called?
Nah. So we've actually, this hallway was actually tweaked. So a couple times, so in different parts of that hallway is drop down doors.
Yes.
Where actors will end up dropping down this door and get everybody. And this year, this year was the Weeping Angel. She was fantastic. When I
in the
was
corner?
Yes, you're we're actually just about to see her.
Matt thought she was fake until the third time we went through.
Because when I walked, because I'm filming and she's hiding behind me. So I see it move, I see her move, but then I turn I'm not paying attention behind me. I'm paying attention to what's in front of me. I guess that character was fucking with Erica the whole time.
Yeah, Maddie did an awesome job. She's excellent with the Weeping Angel.
Yeah.
We're going to be seeing her back next year, which we are all excited about.
This was very interactive and very cool.
This one was. This guy
Yeah.
stared into my soul from his mask.
Yeah.
That
when
is
you walk in, they say, "Are you sick?"
Like,
and I was like, "Yeah, I'm sick."
They're all wearing
and then a guy
plague.
comes behind me. He's like, "Are you sick?
I just
Are
like
you
the
gonna be my
statement of it.
patient?"
I like the statement of it. He's, the plague masks and everything. I thought that was very cool.
Yeah.
This freaked me out. This
Yeah,
was
the Barbie room. Yeah. So we actually had the music that she chose, she found it off of YouTube and she asked to have it looped. So I put it for 2 hours because it's our show's 2 hours. And it was stuck in my head for about a day or two. That demonic Barbie song. And I was just, I couldn't get it out of my head, but it was so great for that area.
that fucking spider. So this hologram you have on the door,
Mm-hmm.
can you just turn the volume up real quick?
It's like the VMAs.
That's exactly what I wanted. It's like the VMAs.
You know,
Oh,
like
dude.
when they like
How
bring
cool
back
this is.
people.
I know everybody knew exactly what there was my brother you just focused on. He's wearing a bald hat. He's not bald. And he grew his beard because he saw how good I looked. He's trying. God love him. He made that Bigfoot. Well, it's a fucking it was a fantastic time. You do this every year, so
Yes, and we will always be free for it until we shut down.
but they do have donation buckets. You have a charity or something, right? You have like people can donate.
Yes.
How do they do that?
So the best way to find us is our Facebook. If you have any questions about the show, you have any question about anything, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Croydon Haunted Hollows. We are also on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. But right now we're still working out the kinks with that. But our main focus was on Facebook with our 19,000 people constantly watching us every day. But yeah,
That's fantastic, man.
I love how much you guys have grown. I mean, obviously, I just like heard about this, but we talked to your mom in the beginning when we were like waiting to go in, and like starting in 1996 and starting the nonprofit in 2018. Like that's incredible. Like she's done incredible things. Your mom, well, your whole family, your whole clan and crew.
thank you. Yeah, if you type us on YouTube, you can see how it. So we didn't start doing videos until 2018, and the one lady was doing it for us, and you can see how much we grew. The electric chair actually was in our photo booth. Had the prisoner, which was actually the scarecrow, where she would actually foam from the mouth and there'd be sparks right behind her, and then she'd be acting like she actually got executed, which was fantastic. Everybody loved.
But you can tell that she's a really good. If she was the scarecrow, did you guys see the scarecrow? That dude, I had a good shot. I thought that was a prop.
No, she did.
Yeah, I mean, I know that I was warned that the scarecrow was a person, but if I had not been, I would have assumed that was a prop. That was like a dummy up there because it was the plastic or burlap like skin that she had on and then dude, those fucking eyes, Jesus Christ. Just a little behind the scenes. We went back because it started to rain. I went through twice. I went through once in portrait mode and once in what's the landscape mode.
Oh.
Right. So because I like to post the show to YouTube, we went landscape instead of portrait, but I still have plenty of portrait footage if you need it, if you want any. what was it? Where the fuck was I going? Oh, and it started raining. So we went to the car and then went to Wawa and then went to Taco Bell and then went back to talk to them. And she was still like, she was out of her costume, but she was still wearing those fucking contacts.
Yeah.
And I couldn't focus. I couldn't even think. Every time I saw her, it was freaked me the fuck out.
Dean, is it like a huge relief, like at the end on November 1st when you wake up in the morning and it's cleanup time? Like, is it a relief that like you guys like did it?
No, because we were already planning for next year. We already
Oh, I
have,
love that.
we have a idea of what we want to do. So we live Halloween 24/7.
Mhm.
I would say if you ask anybody, they will say yes. We talk about Halloween until showtime. Yeah, there's the scarecrow.
Oh shit, dude. You're giving me fucking nightmares, bro.
So yeah, we already have plans for next year. We're super excited for next year. But we also love people that were there for their feedback and see what was good, what was not, what we could tweak. But yeah, no, we're ready for next year. We're getting ready for next year, and we're super excited and hopefully see everybody there. This year we ended up
Dude,
with
that girl can fucking scream. That little girl. Like when you first walk in,
The one with the doll.
yeah, when you first walk in, dude, that's all she does. It's like a great horror movie actress is fucking belt out. Wah! And then fucking took off.
So her mom is actually the one in the green. I can't think of her name, but that's her mom in the background.
Yeah. Well, everybody does just a fantastic. There's my brother. There he is.
Yep.
I knew he'd be in the back with the steampunk glasses on the hat. There he is.
There's my future.
That's right. That's what I'm gonna look like in 10 years, 13
what
years.
do you have to look forward to?
He's 13 years older than I am. He's my youngest to me brother.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, like I didn't know he had a brother, and then
He's got two of them. One of them died.
One of them he keeps in that little coffin that we showed on the video.
Oh yeah, no, it's on the video. He's got my other brother. He's got my brother's ashes with him.
Really
In a little
that
coffin.
makes it more cooler.
In a little, he has Mike in a little coffin. And he's on display in the back.
I said something like, "I wish I could bring your mom." He's like, "Well, I have my brother with me," and I was like, "Huh?"
And he refers to another dude as a brother, like a brother from another mother. So we thought he was talking about him. And then he shows me it's a little coffin, little box, and it says Mike. And it's got his dates. And I was like, that's as sentimental as I've ever seen Jimmy get, to be honest with you. That's as close to emotion as that man has ever showed, I feel.
Yeah, see, I was never told that. Wow.
Creepy.
Yeah.
He's got a sister. Did you know that?
No.
All right. So if Jimmy,
Yeah, Sarah's mom.
Did you know that Sarah was Jimmy's niece?
No. To be honest, no.
Maybe I'm telling secrets. I don't fucking know. He doesn't want people to. Maybe he doesn't want people to know. All right. Well, anyway, moving forward, what else? How much time we got left? Anybody know?
Got about 11 minutes.
Nice. That's good. So, speaking of, what's going on next year, do you have any kind of, inside info you can let slip?
Do you have any need for a werewolf? Because I know a guy.
So the only hint I can give is there's a possibility going to be a fire-breathing girl. That's the only thing I'm able to give a hint on.
Okay. All right. That makes me want to tell the story of how in one of my bands, I was in a band called the Executioners Bowling League.
Okay.
And we had a song, and the song was called Newman Set Himself on Fire. Because
their friend Newman.
Our friend Newman set himself
on fire.
On fire.
Go figure.
See, I
So
know
this
Maddie's
was-
writing style now.
So I was in a band. I was in a band and I was the manager of a Halloween store. And I hired all my friends so we'd all have the same hours so we could play, so right.
Right.
So there I was the ride to the show. And Pat was a drummer for a band called Hippopotamus. And he had a mohawk and he had makeup like Gene Simmons. And he had a bottle of Everclear because at the show, he was going to blow fireballs. So he's in the parking lot of the Burlington Center Mall blowing fireballs over my 1980 Buick Electra, 1981 Buick Electra. He's standing on the hood with one foot on my windshield and he's blowing fireballs over my fucking car. So we get to the show and he does it, right? Well, Newman was the bass player for a band called Speedboat, and he wanted to do it. He was very inebriated and had not been practicing. And then he spilled it on himself. It was a whole thing, and Newman set himself on fire. So anytime someone brings up fire breathing, I got a story. You know what I mean? I've seen people practice that and fail.
Fail.
So I hope it's still pretty awesome. It's fucking cool to watch. I'll tell you that much.
Hey Pete, do you still drive 10-penny nails through your scrotum?
Nah, I quit that a while ago.
All right.
Trying to get your work, man. Sorry.
I can't bend as much to see what I'm doing.
Yeah, you don't want to miss with the hammer, I guess.
Yeah, too much of an opportunity to miss.
This conversation took a strange turn. So, you got anything? Yeah, got anything else that you want to like bring up there, Dean? I don't want to feel like sometimes we start talking and leave you out of it.
No, it's okay.
If
Yeah.
somebody wanted to get involved, how could they do that?
So if they want to get involved, it's free volunteer work. We don't get paid for doing any of this. So if you want to get involved, just message us through our Facebook page. I can get the notifications from it, and my mom can get the notifications from it. So you'll hear back from one of us. But yeah, it's a free event and it's free volunteer. We are a community service hour type of event. So if you want to make up community service for whatever, just let us know. But yeah,
Like if in high school, for instance, needed, yeah, or
if your release is conditioned upon your completing community service, you could conceivably reach out, right?
I mean, we did have a psycho, so I mean, it kind of.
So if I get caught for littering, I can say, "Hey, can I go do this Croydon thing?"
Well, that's cool, Dean. Thanks for Dean. We really appreciate your time, man. Thanks for coming on, hanging out with us. The audio version of this is going to get posted Saturday, and I'll have the video version up. And if you want, I can send you the videos. You can post it on your channel or whatever. If you just want to share our channel to your Facebook page and cross link. Send
us a link through either email or messenger, and then we'll end up posting it up on the Croydon Haunted Hollows page. And
but just let everybody know that we had a fantastic time. It was fun because it was the first Halloween event that my new wife and I had ever been to, and it's something I did in my youth that I love to do. One of the things, me and Jimmy set up a thing in his backyard. We had a whole bunch of kids helping, and not nearly as elaborate as yours, but I'm still proud of it. It was good. You know what I mean? But
so does that mean we can see you both next year?
I mean, I hopefully if I'm healthy and able, I'll absolutely be out there. So, but thanks again, Dean, and we'll talk to you later, man.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me on, and thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. We'll stay in touch.
Okay, looking forward to it.
Yeah, have a good one.
You can check these guys out on Facebook. They're Croydon Haunted Hollows. They're on Facebook. They're also on YouTube. They've got a YouTube presence, Croydon Haunted Hollows there on YouTube. And it looks like they're also Croydon Haunted Hollows on TikTok. So you can find them all over the interwebs. You can find them links in our show notes because I'll be cross-posting links, and you'll be able to see their stuff. And hopefully we'll get some of their folks to come over and look at what we do and put that together through the next year, and maybe we'll get you on before the holiday next year, and
We can actually promote
get
the
some buzz running.
coming up. Yeah.
All right, that's going to be the B block, folks, here on the Media Virus podcast. We've been here with Dean from Croydon Haunted Hollows, and Ricky Rockdeff joined us to tell us about her experience. Ricky, thank you. It's always a tough thing to get you on the show, but I always know it's something serious when you decide to come on. Yeah, she hung up already. See?
Yes.
But, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Media Virus podcast here on the Media Virus Podcast Network. This is episode 156B. We'll be back right after I find my buttons and play you an outro bumper. Where'd my buttons go? I always lose them under another window. I go looking at these.
Because I asked you to do way too much shit.
Well,
It's if Pete was computer literate.
yeah, somebody else could produce half of this. But
Ian, you want to be a producer Wednesday nights?
Sure.
well, he does that Streamlabs thing.
Yeah, he knows a little something.
Yeah, we'll be back
Yeah,
right after this.
We're gonna have to talk to him a little bit.
We almost sound professional sometimes.
Sometimes.
Once in a while.
Almost.
Don't let
Wish
it
I
go to
could-
your head.
All right.
Dean,
Cool.
just so you know, that sound that you heard
Yeah.
was supposed to be the sound of Donald Duck being drowned in a vat of pudding.
I don't remember where that actually came from for me to have made that.
I know where I got the idea.
I don't know.
Oh,
where,
you know what? That's when we were talking about whether or not women could stuff Alka-Seltzers in their pussies. To, like, clean
I
it.
thought that was Daffy motorboating Daisy.
Yeah.
No, but it came from it, and then but have you ever seen the dude that put a pocket pussy on the exhaust pipe?
Yes. Yeah.
And that's what it kind of sounds like Donald Duck being drowned in a vat of pudding. You know. That's kind of what it sounds like. Just saying. That's what it sounds like.
I
in
mean,
case there's any question that we did that noise ourselves.
Yeah, I so sometimes when we went to Disney, my sister and I were going through Disney and we were meeting Mickey Mouse. Well, I could do Mickey Mouse. And of course she instantly, hey Mickey, he can do your voice. And I'm like, really? So yeah, no, I that was like really like why do I have to do this in front of a guy that's just in a costume?
Just some dude in a costume.
Yeah. It's like, oh boy, like why do I have to do this?
Holy shit.
He's like,
That was good.
Now I gotta listen to this asshole.
Yeah, what the fuck? This shit sucks. Oh boy.
You do a lot of voices?
So I can do a demon and Mickey Mouse.
Wide range. Zoom's gonna fucking hang up on you
It's gonna drop out, but I can almost do Barney a little bit.
a little bit. But we'll keep in touch with you, Dean. We'll talk to you. I'll shoot you a message tomorrow. Appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, I appreciate this the experience. This is my first podcast, so I'm hoping.
Keep up the good work, Dean.
Thank you.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, absolutely.
So see you guys later.
All right, man. Thank you.